Footsteps meet on hardwood floors, laughter spilling from the doors. Different tongues but hearts the same, learning life beyond the name. At the International English Cafe, talk your troubles right away, sip your tea and stories play. At the International English Cafe.
There we go. So that was the video for the elements of communication. There's lots of videos out there, but this particular video I picked because they mentioned at one point completeness, which does speak to the 5 W's and 1 H. So the who, what, when, where, and why, and how. It's something I've been putting out there quite a bit. Hola, Fernando, ¿cómo estás?
Hi, estoy bien, gracias. ¿Y tú?
Estoy sí.
Oh, okay, that's great.
Yep.
That's great. I feel happy for that.
Yep. So, I just had played the video for the elements of communication. If you feel like you missed out on anything, don't worry. In the meeting notification or in my meeting notification, I did reference the video. So hopefully I did this well, where if you find where my, let's see. Oh, there's a lot of messages along the way. Oh no, this is a Spanish cafe, wrong one. Yeah, so ideally if you click on the reply, which jumps to the original message, you'll find that this is the meeting notification, and in it is the link to the YouTube. So whenever you, so if you missed out on watching the video, that's okay, no worries. You can always go back to watch the video on your own time. So the link is in the meeting notification. So that's the heads up.
Thanks.
Actually, for redundancy's sake, we'll do this too. Let's see, where is this? Nope, that's not what I was looking for. Right here. The link to the video is this. So just in case, for some reason you can't even find the meeting notification because it's in the WhatsApp chat, but also is also in the Facebook event page. So I have things all around, but nonetheless, I also posted the link to the YouTube channel or the YouTube video in the chat box. So with that, let's see. I need to stop sharing screen because it probably has the double audio at the moment. So what we'll do now is I should be able to share a screen. And let's see, I think it's this one, right? Share? Yeah, so I can just share this only. So these are the questions. I'll be posting this into the chat box. Let's see. Where's the chat box? Okay, right here. So basically kind of one question for each of the elements of communication. Wow, looks like we actually have quite a bit of people joining into the call. So let's see who else joined. Luis, hola, or actually Brazil. Okay, so hi Luis, how are you doing?
Hello. I'm good, and you?
I'm doing pretty good. Aside from that, looks like Robin. Hi, how are you doing?
Okay, I'm fine.
Good to hear. And then looks like down further too, we also have Vanessa. How are you doing, Vanessa?
Everything's great here. Long time no see. I missed your voice.
Aw. Haven't heard from you in a while too. So glad that you stopped by for a little bit. Are you all ready for your meeting coming up soon too?
Yeah. While I'm waiting, searching my new feed, and I accidentally bumped into your live stream. Thank you. Not sure your name. Look, man, for going on the live stream. Thank you.
Cool beans. Okay, so we do have like quite a few people on the call. Let me do this then, because like it's been a while that I've been having this many people. So I'll see about creating some breakout rooms. So let's see, more breakout rooms. Let's go like at 5 or 6. We're not going to use them all, but let's do like that. And I'll start assigning things. So let's see. Bulb. Guess like this. Oops. Go like this. And like this. Okay. I think this is a good bunch assigned. Okay, so I got 3 rooms worth of it. About 3 people per room, except for the main room with a bit more. Do you guys all have the questions on hand? It's in the chat box, but like I might broadcast the message once you guys all get all settled in. So with that, I guess I'll just start throwing you guys into breakout rooms. So let's see. Actually, do I want to do it like this? We should probably make it so it's like not 3 per room, but more than that. Let's go like this. Go like this. Actually, no. We should be fine with like like that. Okay. Oops, did we miss out on somebody? I guess we did. Actually, let's recreate this again. Okay, there you go. Wait. We'll make it like less. We don't have that many people. Well, okay, let's do it like that. All right, so with that, I'm going to open up the rooms and let's see how things go. So let the floodgates open. Boop. Okay, so hopefully you guys have all the questions. If you haven't, that's fine. I'll broadcast the message or the questions out. Okay, so with that, I can just do like this and broadcast by message. Oh, looks like the broadcast message can only go like one at a time. The questions one at a time. Broadcast. So basically it will be like, whoop. Whoop.
Or maybe you can share your screens with other breakout rooms so they can also see the screen as well.
Is there a way to share my screen so that all the rooms could see it?
Yeah, it's possible.
Okay, this is something that I haven't actually done before.
Okay.
So how would one go about doing that?
Actually, you have to stop your screen first.
Yep.
And can you make me as a co-host first? I'll try to make it the things
Let's see.
happen. Okay.
So go like this, you and make co-host. Yes.
Okay, hold on. Wait a second. Okay. Tan, when you do live, when you do share screens, and you have to click share to breakout room.
Oh, wait. So there's
Yes.
there's an option to share to breakout room. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Got it.
just click.
It's on the right-hand side.
Yes. Okay.
Okay, so what I'll do is I won't share the sound, I'll just share the screen.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Actually, sorry. What I'll do is I'll share this, and that should do it because this should just be the message. Oops, that's not what I wanted to do.
So make it
Yeah,
sure
go
you
like-
click share the breakout room, okay?
Yep.
Okay.
Okay. You taught me something new. Thank you.
That's fine. Well, I'm gonna stay here because I did a live streaming, so we need for some people stay in the main room so everyone can
Yep.
see your meeting in the main room. I don't know, Silva. Silva, can you hear me?
So, hi Ben, how are you doing? Long time no see.
Hi, Mr. Tech. Hi, Luman. Hi, everyone. I'm doing great. Thanks for asking. How about you? Hope you're doing great.
I'm doing pretty okay. I just learned a new trick from Lukman. So I got a big old smile on my face because when you learn something new, oh my God, it's an awesome feeling. It's just like it's like you just download more information. So yeah, other than that, we have people that are currently in breakout rooms, and so they're kind of going around and they're going to go through the questions. Let's see. So I think it's a good split because although it's supposed to show like 3, 4, or 4, 3, 4, there's technically 3 per room. So I think this is okay.
If you want to check the share screens works or not, you can go to breakout rooms and I can stay here with fans right here. Maybe just for a while. Yeah.
Most likely what I'll do is I'll just jump onto my phone and I start jumping around.
Okay.
So in this front, because that's what I was doing before. Like I would just have my meeting running sometimes and I'll just use my phone and I'll just jump into multiple rooms.
Okay, great.
But I guess aside from that, I also want to monitor to see because I think there may be people that will just jump in and out of the calls. But that's fine. But yeah, nonetheless, Van, are you taking care of your kid at the moment?
Yeah, of course. Kind of busy.
So you just
I just finished him with breakfast, and now I have him with some kind of fresh vegetable, some kind of fruit. Yeah, just a bonus.
Sounds good. By the way, hola Juan Franco, ¿cómo estás?
¿Cómo estás?
Bien, bien, amigo Tang. Tu español va siendo mejor.
Ah, no,
Ah, no.
realmente mi español no, no es mejor. It's mayor, right? Is that what it is? Is mayor worse? I forget which one is worse. Es muy
¿Mejor
malo.
palabra?
Muy malo.
No, vas aprendiendo.
Cuando cuando hablo en español, es siempre malo. But yeah, I need to really brush up on my vocabulary because I'm like freezing half the time. I'm like, I'm about to say something, and then I think to myself, how do you say it in Spanish? Because I don't remember the word.
Pero hola, está bien, Tang.
Yeah, but other than that, today's topic is elements of communication. So I did the rundown earlier for people, and they're currently in the breakout rooms. Oops, sorry. I need to keep this on here. So with this, there's 5 elements to communication. There's the sender, there is the
Receiver.
message, the sender, receiver, the message, the channel, and the feedback. So the sender is the person that starts the conversation. They're the ones that are giving a message, right? They're the speaker. The receiver is, in a sense, the audience or the listener to the sender. The message is what the sender is conveying. This is what they're communicating, right? This is what they're saying. The channel is how they go about communicating this. So we communicate vocally, so under assumption that we're communicating this vocally, you can communicate in person. You can communicate through a call or a web call like this, or through other avenues or media like TV. The channel, and lastly, the feedback. The feedback is kind of like the reaction from the audience or the listener. So that's the 5 elements: the sender, the receiver, the message, the channel, and the feedback. So what I'll do, just for the ha-has, since I'm already having this shared, I might as well just do this too. I'll do this where I'll make this smaller. By the way, hola Francisco, how are you doing?
Hello.
Go like this. Okay, so just in case, there's the notes for anybody that had missed out on the video that we had played earlier. So hopefully this will help out. Let's see. Somebody else jumped in. Hi, Januka. Did I catch that right? Oh, looks like Januka left. Somebody else jumped in. Hi. Welcome to the call. How are you doing today?
Hello. I'm doing okay.
That's good to hear. Your friend.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep. Your friend Huing is in one of the breakout rooms at the moment.
Oh.
So aside from that, this is just the main room. So essentially, people that just joined into the main room are those that so I can say that you guys all missed out on the video that I played. So no worries, that's okay. I can do a recap for you, just specifically for you guys, right? So in the video, it breaks down the 5 elements of communication, which is today's topic. So in terms of the 5 elements of communication, we have the sender, who is the one that starts the communication. They use language well and can have proper delivery of the message. The receiver is the one that's good at listening and comprehension. They need to eliminate distraction, and there's an impact from their biases. The message is what is being conveyed by the sender. Ideally, the message should follow along the 5 C's, which is courtesy, clarity, conciseness, concreteness, and completeness. So courtesy would just be, being considerate and kind. Clarity is being transparent and clear about what is being said. Conciseness implies or means that you're conveying your message with little words as possible, especially since we're living in a world where it seems like we all have ADHD. So it's easy to just get lost in the message if it's too wordy. Next, concreteness. So it feels like as if it's, it's like rooted down concrete, like it's really solid. And completeness. So completeness would basically the receiver would feel like they could comprehend the message. So ideally, the message will have something that would answer to the receiver: who, what, when, where, and why, and also how. Hi, Louise. How are you doing?
Hello. I'm not too bad. Thank you very much.
Sounds good.
Yeah, thank you.
Yep. Okay.
Sorry for joining late.
Nope, that's okay. I have notes on the screen and the questions, so we can go through them. So the next part is the channel, which is the medium in which the message is being conveyed. So whether it's in person, through a phone, through a web call, could be through a YouTube video or TV, things like that. And then lastly, the feedback, which is kind of like the reaction from the receiver. So that's the 5 elements to communication: sender, receiver, message, channel, and feedback. So with that, does anybody have any questions so far? There's people currently in their breakout rooms, so we could, so there are more people aside from us.
Okay.
Does anybody have a question so far?
Maybe you can answer the questions to the people in the main room so they can answer.
Sounds good. So with that, we can get things started because I guess that's a good overview of the 5 elements, and then from there we can go into the questions part, which is these 5, right? So what can you personally do to improve as being the sender in the communication process? So does anyone, a brave soul, want to go first, or would you like to me to set the example?
Okay, let me start first. For the question number 1.
Give me a second before I do anything, because I also forgot to do this. I forgot to record. But that's okay.
That's okay. You can take the whole video from my live streaming on Facebook.
Oh, okay. Oh, so it's being recorded over there, right?
Yes, correct.
Okay, sounds good. Then I'll just stop then. Okay, so go ahead.
Okay, for questions number 1, in my opinions, being a great sender in communications is about more than just speaking. It's about delivering our message effectively so that the people truly understands and connect with that. And then I have 2 examples here. The first one is know my audience. The point is I have to know the level of the audience, so I can use like the good words or the simple words everyone can understand what the meanings of the message that I try to deliver to the people. And the second one is active listening and feedback awareness. While we try to deliver the message to the people, we also need to listen to those feedbacks as well, you know, and that's gonna be like active conversations and an active feedback each other to the people. So if they really understands about what message do you send to them, and that means the message is really received well to the receiver itself. Yeah, that's all I think.
Sounds good. Anybody else want to give it a try for the first question? Okay, so like for me, personally, what I can personally do to improve. For me, there's lots of instances where I'm playing a game called Pokemon Go. And this is a situation where a lot of times we're just talking about Pokemon. So it's not that hard in terms of what my message is going to be. The only thing is how to be able to convey my message so that my audience can hear me. I do this thing at least once a week, if not more so, in which I help host or lead the events in terms of the cooperative gameplay. A lot of my conveyance of what I need to say is usually in the form of shouting, because what I'm really doing is like, all right, is everyone ready? Jump in, right? Like, it's just making sure that everybody is in sync so that we can jump in together to then cooperatively play as a team. It's more of a timing type of thing to synchronize with each other. So I would post the schedule of where we will hit or where will we fight the raid bosses, each of the location and time. We will meet at that location, we'll fight the raid boss, and then we just keep on going. And just prior to jumping into that, that raid battle, I will shout out just so that everybody can hear. The purpose for this is because lots of people tend to like to play in their car. So it's difficult just to like text and say jump in and then expect people just to do it. Because all of us are still within a close enough proximity with each other. If I shout loud enough, then people can hear me. And that's the nicety of it, where why rely on technology when my voice, if I project it loud enough, can do just that, right? I've been known to be considered like a megaphone when I speak like this way. So you got to really dig deep into your diaphragm and just let it out, right? So I find it really fun. And I also find that a lot of people like how I do this too, just because it makes the whole experience more of an exciting experience for everybody. And when people can feel excitement, then, they feel like they want to be in it, right? Like, it's much more fun that way. So, I feel that some of the things that I can improve is how to better project, to make myself even louder. Also, my ability to try to be concise, because that's one of the difficulties, I would say. You can't just shout something out like some sort of long essay worth of things. It helps if you can say something that's a little bit shorter. By the way, how I'm answering this is very long-winded as is. So you can see that conciseness is an issue. So That's my answer for what I can do to improve. So, okay, how about anybody else? Would anybody else like to take on question number 1? By the way, hi Jackie, how are you?
Hello, everybody. Thank you. I'm doing well.
That's
And
good to
you?
hear. Currently, we have people in breakout rooms too, so it's not just the few of us. There's even more. But yeah, would you since I got you, like, would you want to take a crack at question number 1?
Okay. I don't know. I consider that I am not a good person in communication. So I prefer to listen to the people, and because it's hard for me to be well in this question. Being the sender, it's like, I don't know.
That is understandable because, like, you did mention in like previous calls, especially in Professor Parnell's call, that you tend to be a little bit on the shyer side of things.
Yes.
So that's totally understandable.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Can I say something in question number 1?
Yep, Pat. Question number 1, what can you personally do to improve being the sender in communication process?
Yes. So I want to share my opinion with everybody here. Well, I think to improve the communication skill as a sender, the first thing I think we need to know who we send to, how relationship we are. For example, if I send a message to my boss or manager, I am very careful what I am sending. I need to see the message, it is clear or not, or something like that. If I send a message to my friends, I can freely to send her or him that I can send a informal language. So I can send the stickers or emojis that make our conversation more fun and connect when we send message. So if I send a message to a stranger, I think I also need to see who they are and need to get to know more from them. So I think the most important thing that we need to know who you are sending, who is the receiver, and how the relationship we are in the situation, so that you can be a good sender and you can be good at communication skill in terms of a sender. Yeah, that's what I thought.
That's good. Thank you. Okay, yep. Take care, Vanessa, and have a good meeting at your end. So yeah, one of the breakout rooms kind of finished already, but then it's understandable since they had one person jumped out, I guess, really soon. But nonetheless, welcome back to you, Vanessa and Ayuna. I think Vanessa probably had jumped off. She has another meeting that she needs to attend. Still, let's see. Let me volunteer someone. So, hey, Luis, would you like to answer to question number 1?
Number 1. I really didn't think about it. I read just maybe 2 or 3 times as being the last sender in the communication process.
Yeah, so like
Sorry,
I have notes on the top, so the sender.
I read already as well. What can you personally do to improve as being the sender in the communication process? This is referring like daily life communication, or do like a presentation in a room or classroom, or
Could be anything. Yeah.
What can you do improve the English? Apart from improve the English, I would say empathy. I don't know.
I think those are a couple of ones that are good to talk about. Improving your English and empathy.
Empathy. I don't know.
Like, you don't have to actually go into that much details. I think just saying those two would be self-sufficient.
Yeah, but I think my job is a basic job anyway. But we are like we do like inspection. We inspect. In my job, we are a team of 3 people. And we do some inspection around the premises. So of course, we try to smile as much as you can. How you mean? To don't buy a fight with the people in the department. So we try to don't dramatize too much.
Yep.
And how can I say? Make the others understand that something is wrong, but not to, without creating a lot of fuss. I don't know if I express myself well, but I think I don't know. For example, simple questions. For example, we work in a food manufacturing. So, for example, for us, one door open in the premises is a bad thing. If it's keeping open when not in use, it's not a good thing because it might allow the pests to go in. So our work is a kind of pedagogic. So, but we need to speak with the people, but don't buy a fight. So we try to sometimes I use the irony many times, so till they understand that is important to keep the doors shut when not in use, because pets can get in and will be a problem. That's an example. There's health and safety issues as well. So because we live with many people, and I'm a kind of introvert, I try to use some sometimes satiric as well, not satire, but like kind of joke. Don't dramatize too much. So yeah. So sympathy, I think sympathy because everybody is busy with their jobs, so we need to understand that. And what did I say? In the English, sometimes for us that we are not with English is not our first language, is a barrier. So as much as can we master the English, and will be better. So the message will be better received, probably, if you will. I don't know if I make myself understandable.
Yep, that's understandable.
Yeah, okay, great.
You're welcome.
No, thank you.
Okay. Anybody want to go next? Okay, go ahead, Francisco.
Hello,
Hi,
how are you today?
doing okay.
Hello, my name is Francisco, originally from Nicaragua. I am living permanently in Costa Rica. Once again, thank you very much for giving me a chance to express what I'm thinking about this a great topic. Elements of communication. First, I will say I have read a there are several of elements of communication which are often very important at the moment you want to speak with someone. From you guys, I have heard empathy. I have learned empathy from my English teacher at the university, and it is one of the subjects I really like it very much. Empathy, and while I was reading a book, there was a short paragraph between a little boy, and his mother. This little guy asked to his mother, "Mom, I know you." This guy told to his mom, "Mom, I know you love me." His mom answered, "Yes, I love you." The guy said, "I know you love me because whatever you are doing at the moment I am speaking to you, you stopped and listen what I'm saying to you." This is a power to listen. I am bringing to you a empathy and a listen as much as you can during a conversation. And here is another tip. Always try to remember, especially if you are speaking for the first time with someone, try to keep in mind a name of a person you are speaking with. Thank you very much. Back to you.
Okay. Let's see who rose their hand up. Let's see. Juan?
Yes. Okay, this is the first question. Okay, my answer to the first question, I think it's very important you try to give the words the best way and use the words for the principal idea I think in the moment that you try to start one conversation, it's very important you try to give one good pronunciation in the sentence. I think, for example, in my case, try to catch the words, the principal words, the one sentence. Maybe the other things not that got it, but I think in the moment that you try to give the principal's word to your message and try to give the best pronunciation, I think the other people understand the sentence, in my opinion. Thank you, Tang.
You're welcome. Yeah, and that does make sense because that way having the audience and or receiver be able to understand you is that is very important. Yes. So pretty cool. All right. There's some people that's joining back from the breakout room, so welcome back. As you can see, we're still kind of a little bit behind, but that's okay. Let's see. Other than that, did I touch on everybody? Yeah, I think I touched on everybody for the first question. And I'm not going to call upon people from the breakout room since you guys have already answered all these questions. So from here, let's see. There are a bunch more questions. I don't think I'm going to try to get through all the questions, at least for people in the main room. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this, like for everybody left over. We have about 4 questions. So my thing will be, I'm going to go around the room one by one, and you just pick one of the 4 questions that you want to answer. So I think that way it can help speed up the process a little bit. Or if somehow you can blend your answer to a combination of the question, that's fine too. So with that, would anybody want to be a brave soul and go first, or would you like me to take a lead again? Okay, so for me, if I was to answer this, one of the things is I feel that like I do have a little bit of ADHD, so my difficulties in receiving messages, I do get distracted. I know I do have a bit of a bias too, although the bias only occurs when when we get to a particular topic. I can't really name one offhand, but it's like once we get into conversation, then I'll know that like I'll have a bias. So because of that, when it comes to the feedback I would give, sometimes I'm able to be calm, cool, collected, the 3 C's, right? And be able to at least reply back in kind of maybe a nice manner. But there will be times where as a INFP, right? The F part feeling, right? Sometimes my emotions may get the better of me, and I might not be that cool and calm and collected in terms of that. So yeah, so that's something that like I am aware of. It's something that I do practice as best as I can. So I think over the past couple of decades worth of time, I think I've been doing a better job with being able to listen better. As Lukman mentioned earlier, like active listening, right? It's a very good way in order to be able to understand what's going on. In terms of active listening, we did have a topic on active listening maybe 6 to 7 months ago. It may be a topic I might revisit again. So for those that have missed out, no worries. We can always see about what we can do to incorporate it back in again. But that's my thoughts on the 4 questions. Anybody like to go next? Okay, Francisco, go ahead.
Hello.
Hi.
Just if one of the participants is just join us. My name is Francisco. Thank you very much for joining us and learn more about the art of communicate. We hope you are doing well and you had a great day today.
Sounds good.
I have noticed. Well, I have a conversation. Some people, they have struggled. We sometimes we forget information. Before I said, when you are having a conversation, you ask the name of the person you are speaking with, and then try to keep in mind this name. Answering this question, what are the difficulties I have run into in receiving the message? As you guys, I struggle in a concentration. It means try to remember information. Sometimes it's a little bit I am working and trying to giving the whole idea with the person I'm speaking with. I feel keeping in mind as much as you can the information you are listening. It demonstrates you are interested about the conversation, and it is good. When you are speaking, it demonstrates. The conversation is rich in content. When you are listening and you keep in mind the names, information about the dialogue you had with a person. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Okay. Anybody? Oh, actually, hi, Hamid. Welcome to the call. How are you?
I'm fine.
That's good to hear. Today's topic is the elements of communications. I played a video earlier. I do have kind of like quick notes that I took regarding the video in terms of the 5 elements of communication, which are sender, receiver, message, channel, and feedback. Aside from that, we're just kind of going around and answering the questions. So this is kind of like the usual format that most calls would be carried out. But nonetheless, I think everybody have came So yeah, I think everybody came back from the breakout rooms, and we even have more people joining in. So hi, welcome everybody. So for those that were in the breakout rooms, how do you feel about the questions?
Me and Lucy,
Sure.
we have a great conversation. Matt, was me, Lucy, and Matt.
Yeah.
We had a problem with the microphone. I couldn't understand everything. But me and Lucy, we had a great conversation about the whole thing. It was good. I like it. I think she likes it too.
Yes, I do. I think the question are pretty interesting. Yeah, especially the last one. It's like the question for a Miss Universe.
Well, you never know when you get on stage.
Lucy, what message you want the world to know?
Oh, I actually I didn't. Mr. Lewis said it first, but then we all agree that be yourself, be true to oneself.
Yeah,
we'll like
no
that
fear.
message.
You have to be a fearless person, and sometimes if you show you have no fear, it makes everything easier. And sometimes you see people reacting towards anything, and they're not prepared for life. They brag about things, and I think this is the opposite. So I guess the message is simple. It's like don't be scared.
That's good.
Don't be scared.
Yeah, be true to oneself.
It's short and sweet, so it's a really good message, I would say.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Because there's a lot of people are gonna throw stones at you. You have to be strong. You have to be thick skin. And if you're too sensitive, you're not gonna survive. Don't be scared.
That's good to hear. Let's see. Hey Ayuna, for your breakout room, how was your breakout room like?
Yes, Miss Vanessa and I talk about many things that is so great, and then I'm so thankful that I could answer the question very well. And then Miss Vanessa, also my God, she's so pretty, she's so good, and then she's so humble, and then she's open-minded girl. I know, yes, so we totally we are totally happy about this question, and then we talk about many things. Then we can share about our ideas, our talk, our and meaning. So that's why I'm so happy. Actually, I was happy at that time. So thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah. So, when we answer the last question that, if there is a message that you want the world to know, what would it be? We agreed about confidence. So we have to show our confidence. So sometimes it's not easy when you are a speaker. So when you are a speaker, you have to show your best confidence, and then to show all people this is, for example, me. I practice my English speaking skill in front of mirror. Sometimes I try to show all people this is Ayuna. This is Ayuna. I wanna show you about my progress to speak. So that's why confidence is the important thing that you have to show to all people when you are a speaker. So that's why thank you.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, there was a third breakout room, but then all the participants of that room have left the meeting. But okay, so some good feedback from the breakout rooms. Currently in the chat box, I posted the questions again. So for those that are in the main room, right? Hopefully there's a question in there that you can just pick one of the questions to ask or answer at this point, since just to give you all a little bit more of a chance to practice speaking. So for those that were in the main room this whole time, would anybody like to pick one of the, I guess, 4 leftover questions to answer? San Francisco, let's see. What did you say? Okay. Because I'm guessing that last question, the whole, if there's a message that you'd want to tell want the world to know, what would it be? That might actually be kind of an interesting one, right? So would anybody have any thoughts on that one, since we've heard a couple examples already?
Yeah, Lucy was talking about the cultural problem when you're communicating. People, I think it's interesting. Some people get offended too easily because of religion or culture or anything. So the point here is to practice English, right? So the more interesting the subject is, the more you're going to practice, because you're going to dig into your brain for some words that you don't particularly like, and then you focus on them. And then it's easier for your brain when you're talking about something that it's interesting and catch the attention of a group of people like this. I think it's you've got to find the same like-minded people to talk about stuff that is not easy, and you've got to balance it with the humor and not hide from difficult subjects, because this is what caused most people to have a debate when you talk about difficult stuff. Usually in these chat rooms, some people try to avoid difficult subjects like religion or abortion or something, but it's actually what we can talk about, as long as you have respect for each other and religion and stuff. I use a simple thing. Instead of making affirmations, I ask questions. I think that's a good. I learned from my father. He said, instead of making affirmations, saying this or this is it or this is that, you ask a question. You change it, so it makes it more interesting for the brain, I think.
That is pretty interesting. Cool. Thank you. Okay. How about everybody else? In terms of a message that you would like the world to know.
Say something.
Okay, go ahead, Ha.
First I want to share a bit about question number 4.
Okay.
About feedback. Talking about feedback, we have negative and positive feedback. And what I have been given, I am given both. And when I got negative feedback, most of the time it makes me sad and affect my mood a lot. But then I figured out that this is okay to have feedback. So I will pick up the positive things and ignore what it is not true for me, so I can keep going and focus on myself. So what I want to say is, if you guys have some negative feedback at work or in your life, just believe in yourself. So just try to see if it is true or not. If it's good, we try to improve and take it as advantage to improve yourself. Yeah. So the message I want to say that is be strong, so that you can do it. Yeah, that's it.
That's good. Thank you. Yeah, you're basically combining both questions 4 and 5. That's actually pretty good.
Yeah, thank you very much for your questions.
You're welcome. Okay. Anybody else want to go next?
Could I?
Okay, Matt, go ahead. I think you're trying to talk earlier in the other room, but so I'll give you a chance here.
Thank you, because I have long time with my red camera, but my internet not so good. It has get me out, so many times. That reason why I could not get our partner conversation through over. And now I would answer to message what I can send out in the world. I would say that confident and believe ourselves in situation. Because if we fully confident ourselves, we can do it, right? We can get it succeed. We can really fast for itself. And second one, that believe what we can do, and we believe that we can do it. We know that beginning of term is tough to smooth after that, but we should make some and effort as much as you can every single time. I believe that we can catch up that early and kind of improving in this, right? We don't give up any time, and we can participate in this organization. Confident, belief in conversation to our partner, because I think our partner, they will have us and use a partner to interact in conversation after this. That I would say, okay, confident as ourselves in any situation. That kind of basically we can get everything after that. Thank you.
Thank you, Matt. By the way, I think question 3 might be an interesting one for you because as you had mentioned, you were having internet or signal issues earlier. So that would be one of the examples of what could impact upon the channel and the transference of the message, right? Because if your internet connection is not so good, then it's difficult to be able to talk on the call and be able to convey your message. But yeah, I'm glad that your internet was working better now so that you can at least answer one of the questions. So thank you again, Matt. Okay. Anybody else want to just pick one or combination of the questions? Go ahead, Jackie.
Yes, thank you so much. Well, for me, it's the question number 2. It's a little bit hard because sometimes, like you said previously, I am distracted, and that has bring me some troubles with some people. For example, sometimes it's because I don't pay attention to somebody that is speaking with me, and then that it's not good because when a person try to have a conversation with you and you are distracted, and you are not paying attention, it is hard because the other person thinks that you are not involved into the conversation, so it's not good for you and for the other person, and the communication start to, I don't know if it's okay, to break, and in our relationship it's not good. So I think that it's a problem that I have. I am trying to improve, and well, it's something that I am trying to improve and to pay attention to the people, and to don't be distracted and just listen to the other person that is saying something to me, because everybody, if they are speaking with you, I think that it's because they want to have a they want to have a conversation with you, and if you're distracted, or if you are thinking something else, you're not in the present, you're maybe, I don't know, well, I don't know what you lost. Maybe you can lose a person, or you can lose a friend or a relationship because of it. Yeah. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. I would say it's not that easy, just because we're living in a world where it's so easy to get distracted, or we have just other things that are creating some type of biases that could distract us. But either way, right? It's just that sense of distracting. All right, take care, Ha. And thank you for joining. Hopefully, I'll see you around in the call or elsewhere. Thank you for joining.
Yeah, thank you very much. See ya. See you.
Yep, take care.
Yeah. Bye.
Okay, yep, take care, Ashley. Have a good night to you as well. Okay. So yeah. So, we have like all this technology that distracts us. We have all these news and information constantly flowing that's distracting us. So while we're having a conversation, sometimes like we have other things in our head. It's just, sometimes it's just difficult to not to get distracted, right? So this whole, to have a place and time for everything, it's something that I've been starting to say a lot in my head. It's a very Confucius value, by the way, right? Having a time and place for everything. Being able to practice that would be ideal. But, easy said than done, right? So like all we can do is just do your best. And then that's all you can hope for. Luis, you wanted to say something?
Yeah, I have said in these days, communication. One thing that we are missing, probably shouldn't be here, is we are not mentioned the non-verbal communication. So there's sometimes we communicate more than the verbal way, not only for verbal ways. So it's the corporal, how can I say, body language. You say body language. We can communicate. And another thing is, for example, in our breaks, when we join in our, it's like in our living room. We call it canteen. Sometimes I leave my phone in my desk and go upstairs, and in the breaks we stay with all other people, we never communicate. Everybody's watching their smartphones, so it's not very easy to. How can I say? Apart from communicating in the workplace, in our free time, most of the people are watching their phones, communicating instead of having a nice conversation. Well, the world it is what it is. No, probably I'm not complaining or mourning or stuff like that, but I think the people now, they don't interact with each other, so we are more focused on what's going on Facebook, how is the interest rate today, how is what's going on in the world, and I don't see many people talking with each other inside for example, a canteen, talking with each other. It's very, very rare. So
don't talk anymore.
Yeah, the
You
people
don't talk anymore.
Yeah, we don't talk anymore. So I'm not. It's just like I'm just. It's not a critique. It's just a constatation of the reality. So in the trains, in the work, we just communicate. I don't know. So and that's one thing. Another thing is and it was quite funny when I moved to the United Kingdom nearly 14 years ago. Was funny because most of the people, they don't care if you speak the language or not. So when you are inside, especially when you are inside in a production area, so you are supposed to know what you are doing. And it's funny because when I start articulating my first sentences, I was saying something, and they said, especially the English people, they said, yes, that way, yeah, that way. And after I said the opposite, and they say, yes, yes. So they didn't care what I was saying. They communicate like, it was so funny because they really didn't care what I was saying. So I did some experiments. So I asked something, they say, yes, that way. And after I said the opposite, and they say, yes, yeah, that's it. So the people really don't care. Probably they only focus on their tasks or stuff like that, and they expecting you to know what you have to do. And was quite funny. Yeah, that's it. I have nothing else to add.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. But the body language, and I think the body language and what you don't do or what you don't say, is more than the verbal communication. Although I agree with the other people we spoke with, we need to be fearless. We need to be prepared. I think that has to be with the public speaking and stuff like that. And but there's more communication behind the verbal one, and that's it. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Sounds good. Anybody else want to comment on the questions?
Yeah, what Louis saying is interesting because they say whatever, man. They're not interested in what you're saying, and it's about culture again because in the United States, people, they understand you, but they're not interested in what you were about to say. It's culture. It's about the way English language works. It's more commercial. It's practical.
Yes.
So in my language, we have so much more ways to express ourselves. In Romance languages, Portuguese, Spanish, Italian, and French. We have much more tools to communicate. And when you're talking to an American person, you try to explain something. It's cultural, like he said, body language. And you feel like they're not interested, and they say, whatever, man, and they leave. It's kind of frustrating. It's a little frustrating, yes, but it's cultural.
Yeah.
Thank you, Luis.
No problem, man.
Words collide like fiddles hum, every accent's welcome some. Round the table, dreams are shared, across the world and love is aired. At the International English Cafe, talk your troubles right away, sip your tea, let stories play. At the International English Cafe, we don't need no passport stamp, just a cozy corner lamp. Face to face we find a way, in a little cafe day after day. Maps and charts might trace the globe, but here we spin our own wardrobe. Patchwork lives with thread we weave, stories told when you believe. At the International English Cafe, words collide like fiddles hum. At the International English Cafe, words collide like fiddles hum, every accent's welcome some. Round a table, dreams are shared, across the world and love is aired. Our love is aired, across the world and love is aired. Across the world and love is aired. English Cafe, we don't need no passport stamp, just a cozy corner lamp. Face to face we find a way, in a little cafe day after day. Maps and charts might trace the globe, but here we spin our own wardrobe. Here's your face, we find the way, in a little cafe day after day after day. Maps and charts might trace the globe, but here we spin our own wardrobe. But here we spin our own wardrobe. But here we spin our own wardrobe. Patchwork little cafe day. Hey, accent charts might trace the globe. We don't need no passport stamp, just a cozy corner lamp. Face to face we find the way, in a little cafe day after day. Maps and charts might trace the globe, but here we spin our own wardrobe. But here we spin our own wardrobe. Patchwork lives with thread we weave, stories